what we're doing today, and I make no bones about it, is to clarify, to simplify, to intensify the message, and for everybody to understand the rule of six. Everybody's heard of the figure of six before, 6 people outdoors, but we now want to intensify that message. Don't gather in social groups of more than 6 indoors or outdoors, and this will be legally enforced. And the reason that we're doing this, as I said earlier on, is to prevent another wholesale national lockdown of the kind that we had in March. That's the objective.
Will the furlough scheme be extended for those of us who cannot return to work due to the nature of their jobs?
Well, thank you very much, Jamie. I think what I can certainly say to you is that we are going to continue to do everything we possibly can to support those who can't work in the way that they want to. I think one of the difficulties with the furlough scheme, if we extend it more widely, is that you're just keeping people in suspended animation when really we want people to get back to work if they possibly can in a COVID secure way. But jobs such as yours should certainly be supported and protected. And I will look at the issue of daycare centres and why exactly it is that you can't return to work in the way that you want to, and ensure that you get the support that you need. I want to be absolutely clear. These measures are not another national lockdown. The whole point of them is to avoid a second national lockdown. By bearing down on social contact and improving enforcement, we can keep schools and businesses open in the knowledge that they are COVID secure. I've always said schools and colleges should only ever be shut again as a very, very last resort. As the Chief Medical Officer, Chief Scientific Advisor have said, the long-term risks to children's life chances of not going to school are very significant and far greater than the health risks now of going back to school. Far, far greater. Well, Gordon, of course, the answer is, of course, I don't feel comfortable about it. It breaks my heart to have to insist on these restrictions upon individuals, upon families, grandparents. Nobody wants to do this. Nobody in government conceivably wants to. This is not something that we seek. The trouble is that the people who think that they can take responsibility for their own health and take their own risk are, I'm afraid, misunderstanding the situation. And perhaps I'll ask Chris and Patrick to comment on this. It's not just the risk to yourself, alas, but you can be, at any age, you can be a vehicle, a vector for the disease. And so young people, as you rightly say, Gordon, are overwhelmingly now getting it, as the graphs just showed, but they are more than capable of transmitting it to the much more vulnerable older generation. And I would love to be able to show you evidence now, Gordon, that the disease has somehow become less dangerous. Yes, it's true we've got better treatments, but I'm afraid if you look at what's happening in some other countries, if you see what's happening around the world, once you get high levels of infection, I'm afraid the deaths eventually start to take place as well. And that's what we must avoid. We've got to protect our healthcare system, but we've got to save lives, and that's what we're going to do. And so that's why we're instituting this very tough enforcement of the rule of 6. But I want to stress, Gordon, something that I know that you and all sensible people campaign for. The reason we're doing this is precisely because we want to prevent a wider lockdown, a wider damage to the economy, and that's and indeed I think the more decisive the action we can take now, the greater the chance and the nearer will be the day when we're able to allow grandparents and others to meet each other in a way that they would want to. But we have to take decisive action now.